Welcome to the second part. In this section, I would like to introduce you to a PECHA KUCHA presentation. It is not a new format actually, so probably some of you already knew about this or have practiced this method to deliver your ideas. But hopefully you can still find a new insight in my presentation. So, PECHA KUCHA method is a format of a presentation that uses 20 slides or images. The speaker has got 20 seconds for each. It is quite challenging, isn't it? But wait a minute. The intention of this format is to help people who's not good in speaking or to prevent people from talking too much. Therefore, it uses the SMTL, show more, talk less. Derived from the origin of the venue, PECHA KUCHA, in Japan, it means chit-chat, a small talk which could sit in forever in someone's mind. The main rule is we must set the slides to be automatically changed in every 20 seconds. Before we go to details of the PECHA KUCHA and the strategy, I would like to sum up the previous presentation. Then I have made some templates for you. In the previous presentation, we have learned about profiling and the strategy to engage the audience to the speaker's message. So please find my templates related to them as your guidance. Here we have the profiling template. On the top, you can fill the result of the personality test. Again, we have to treat it responsibly. But it can be useful at least to give an introduction to your needs. On the left, you can write down your pain and gain on the right. And the last, after my presentation and during the process, please write down your own strategy in public speaking. For instance, if you are a visual person, but you may experience anxiety when people stare at you, it might be useful if in your mind you visualize your presentation like a movie scene. So you can build a persona or a character or an avatar so you can keep the flow of your presentation and to use visual cues. If you are a person who like to get people's attention and an observer, knowing people's emotion, you might play with eye contact with your audience and give some questions as prompts. However, you can explore any strategy to reveal your hidden side as long as you're comfortable. Do not forget to fill the knowledge window or the Tell Your Story template as one of your research diary and reflection. It will help you to design your content strategy. What is the strategy? Yes, the stairs. The goal of the stairs template is to help you in choosing your images to your sentences and vice versa. However, please do find some important keywords related to your observation, images or video footage, findings, and your self-reflection during this project. In the current presentation, we will learn how to build the connection between the speaker's message to the chosen images. Preparation is very important, as the speaker is a tool, so again, it's all about changing the mindset. So let's start to cook. So you have got so many photos footage from your observations. Are they boring footage or are they intriguing footage? Well, I'll let you know. They will be inspiring if you can tell the story. But the main question is, how? I summarize the approach based on my experience into this picture. Do you know who is this on the picture? Yep, this is the icon of Michael Jackson, one of the legend. So he has got the frame, he has got the hat, he has got the glasses, and he's got his signature, the pointing finger. Shall we discuss the most important one? The frame. As in this picture, we can see how huge our vision coverage is, and we can see so many things there. This is an illustration of what is going on in you as the researcher and the speaker, and also the audience. As the researcher, I believe that you will have a rich experience and so many things to tell regarding your project. So do your audience. They have got so much individual knowledge and many expectations on your topic. And yet, they just sit down from their prior activities, or they just switch from another presentation before you. Again, the key is to put the speaker and the audience on the same ground, entering the same gate, the same direction to make a connection. So, let's get the focus. In public speaking, to deliver your thought, our frame is the context, the goal, the engaging strategy, such as the introduction, the bridging, the peak, the solution, and the closing. The next are the hat and the glasses. They closely relate to each other. When you tell a story, you also should put yourself in the audience's shoes. And I believe for sure that the hat strategy could help you in the observation as well. Based on my experience, you should have got two important hats. The first one is a child hat. So I need you to close your eyes and imagine those moments when you were a child. Shall we start? Okay, please close your eyes. So please go to your favorite place, a place that you can still remember until now. Maybe it's a river, mountain, amusing park, beach, anywhere. And please remember the first time when you touched the ground, when you took a deep breath. Was there any smell? Smell the ocean probably, or the burger, or even the soil. How's your eyes wide open? Was your mouth open because you're too excited? The being amazed, mesmerized moment, what did you do? Did you run? Did you jump? Did you touch everything? Did you start exploring? Because I do. Just let your body at the moment. Okay? Okay, open your eyes now. Naturally, that is how children will act. They have freedom. They see things as equal as to them. No superior, no inferior towards things in front of them. When you, as an individual, are inferior towards something, then you will be afraid and block your mind. On the opposite, when you're superior towards something, then you may see what you want to see, hear what you want to hear, and sense what you want to feel. It's just another form of blocking mind. When a researcher or an observer has got this children hat, you will reveal something, and you have got a story to tell them. That is your finding. That is your keywords time. However, after a long, intensive observation, you may have seen so many photos footage over and over again. Thus probably we forgot the essential things to be told here, since we just get used to it. There are things that become so-so, just common, not really important. However, the audience will see it for the first time. They will be in a curious mode. They will try to understand your image or slides and be amazed of something that they've never seen. So the trick is, sometimes you just need to step out of the way and come back to your footage and put your child's hat. Ooh, what we have got here? The child hat is related to what we call in the creative world as an ant view. Naturally, we see things on our level point of view with a quick speed since we are too busy, so much work to do, so we may miss so many things. To be in a child's head, to find a story, this is the time when you have to zoom in, to be at the moment, to see things or a phenomenon closely, so you can see the details and find some elements which you may not be aware initially. For instance, look at this rotten apple on the left bottom. It will be just a waste on the ground. But when you stop, be equal to the apple, then you will find it's not just a waste. It is an evidence of a phenomenon. Something has happened. You start to see it in details. Then you can see the details of the apple's contour. You can see ants approaching and taking the apple flesh. You did not see them because the ant's color probably similar more or less with the ground surface. And from the different angle, you can see the boring palm tree at the middle actually has an exotic rough contour of skin and beautiful growth pattern of the leaves, same as to a flower's petals. So that is the story. Those are keywords. To complete the storytelling method, we also need a detective hat. A detective could investigate a phenomenon, link dots, and based on the evidence and elements found by the child's hat. And the most important is to see the pattern in order to deliver the full story. If you know Sherlock Holmes, Nancy Drew, a Detective Conan from the comic, they always bring a magnifying glass, a diary, and they also use a torch and a map with pins and lines. So with those tools, they try to answer 5W1H. What, where, when, who, why, and how. So for this detective mode, we need to adopt a different point of view. We called it as the bird's eye view. By zooming out and have a distance from your object of observation, we could frame the context better, to see the pattern of how each element in a sequence or of a phenomenon is built, to see the interactions of the elements to each other. That is the story as well. In fact, the researcher or the speaker could build the flow better. In an extreme way, we could explain the chaos or what is actually going on. The last but not for the least, the magical pointing finger. If we remember to our presentation, the limited time is one of the crucial game changer. The challenge in the PECHA format is to build a quick connection between audience to the content delivered by the speaker. Therefore, the speaker has to make a strong connection between the speech and the image used. Instead of telling the overview of the picture, I found that to point a focus could make it effective. The focus will lead the audience to explore the rest of the image and listen to the speaker comfortably. For instance, this photo. Without knowing the storytelling strategy, you might say, it is a line of people queuing at outside of Louis Vuitton building. But by adopting the strategy, after you can take a look to what's your project context, for instance, the phenomenon of the sale day, or the architecture, or the welfare level of people. And after you set the goal for your presentation, then you can explore the chosen keywords that you want to deliver. For instance, if you have the keywords connection, loyalty, support system, then you can tell your findings, of course, after you confirmed it, of how a family that had been there 3 hours before the store opened, they utilized each member of the family with a plan, and they were equipped themselves properly, even the father willingly to bring a big bag. Approximately 20 seconds gives you a proper time for 2 complete sentences in your second language or 3 to 4 sentences in your main language. So it depends on the need. Please find the STAIRS template so you can design your strategy, and feel free to adapt it according to your goal of the presentation. You can choose how many slides you want to put in each page. It depends on how rich the information from the Tell Your Story template and how complex your observation is. For practice, you can try to quickly design your self-introduction slide. So before that, please try to compare to these following 3 images for the same speech. Hi, my name is Winta Satwikasanti, which means 3 characteristics to bring peace into the world. I'm from Yogyakarta, a cultural city with so many stories and spots to enjoy your sunrise and sunset. Hi, my name is Winta Satwikasanti, which means 3 characteristics to bring peace into the world. I'm from Yogyakarta, a cultural city with so many stories and spots to enjoy your sunrise and sunset. Hi, my name is Winta Satwikasanti, which means 3 characteristics to bring peace into the world. I'm from Yogyakarta, a cultural city with so many stories and spots to enjoy your sunrise and sunset. On the first one, the no image slide, the audience may not feel the connection between the cultural aspect of Yogyakarta if the speaker did not build an eye contact or expression. The second slide, well, it could give a visual cue of the main focus, 3 of the characteristics of the speaker's name, but the connection to Yogyakarta is not there. It may represent a bit by the dance hand gesture, but it will depend on each audience knowledge about an Asian traditional dance, isn't it? However, by using the same size of the font, the third slide shows that the name and the city are equal. They could be influencing each other. In fact, the word culturally is represented by the silhouette of the temple, the monument, and the speaker chooses to emphasize of the ambience of the city. So, hopefully my presentation could give you some inspiration in taking footage and choosing the correct one for your presentation. Remember that you have to be in the moment. Since you are a part of it, a part of the sequence, you are in the venue of your observation. Please use all of your senses to grasp the story. Thank you so much for your attention, and I'll see you in the program.